India's most cherished neighbor, Afghanistan, is embracing some inclusive changes. It's a country that has been marred by religious extremism for 2 decades, but now Afghanistan plans to renovate Hindu temples and Gurudwaras, a gesture that should serve as a moral beacon for a mutual neighbor. Pakistan. We live in hope, yes. Meanwhile, here's what's happening on the ground. The Afghan government is finally addressing the woes of its religious minorities, Hindus and Sikhs, who have called this graveyard of empires their home for centuries. The Afghan Ministry of Finance has unveiled a $650,000 budget plan to revamp Hindu and Sikh religious sites. $650,000 US. It's a decent figure compared to Afghanistan's annual budget, which stands at $5.5 billion this year. This money, $650,000 US, will be used to rebuild temples and gurudwaras in consultation with local chieftains, or what you call clan leaders. But not many religious sites remain in this country. There are close to 10 gurudwaras and temples left in Afghanistan today. Most of them are in the capital city of Kabul. The provinces of Nangarhar, Pakita and Ghazni also have temples which are centuries old. So how significant is this move by the Afghan government? It's very significant. Minorities have left this country because of religious persecution. Let's take you through some numbers to understand. According to Afghanistan state media, the Sikh and Hindu population stood at 220,000 in the 1980s. Then the Mujahideen came to power, and this number dropped to 15,000 in the 1990s. 15,000 in just a decade. More than 200,000 minorities fled Afghanistan. And this was followed by years of neglect by successive governments. The result? There is no census data available today. Estimating the exact numbers of Hindus and Sikhs in Afghanistan is next to impossible. One headline is on your screens. It says that 99% of Sikhs and Hindus have left Afghanistan, and it's not a far-fetched claim. Community members themselves will tell you that there are no more than a few Hindus and Sikhs left in the country. Some reports say not more than 1,500. The Afghan government wishes to undo this injustice meted out to its minorities for decades. Let's also look at this diplomatically. Afghanistan is a neighbor that surely knows how to keep a friendship afloat. The Indian government has helped rebuild Afghanistan after endless wars. Yes, there is a desire to limit Islamabad, but India's Afghanistan policy has by and large been driven by humanitarian concerns. A library, as the US president once infamously claimed, was downplaying India's valuable assistance. India has done much more in Afghanistan. In 2015, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the Afghan Parliament building constructed by India at a cost of $90 million. FYI, this was the complex that housed the library. In 2016, India helped in the reconstruction of the Salma Dam in Herat. It is now known as the Afghan-India Friendship Dam. And there's more, the restoration of the Store Palace in Kabul, the setting up of an electricity transmission line from Pule Khumri to Kabul, building the Afghan National Agricultural Science University in Kandahar. India also built a cricket stadium in the same city, and we've all seen how the Afghan cricket team has evolved. All of this is just the tip of the iceberg. India has realized and is realizing hundreds of lesser visible projects in that country. And no, this is not charity, this is pragmatism. These projects challenge Pakistan's influence in Afghanistan, which has so far only bred terror. They're also proof of India's commitment to helping an old friend. And at a time when the Indian government is making moves, albeit controversial, to help minorities in countries like Afghanistan, this gesture from Kabul says a lot.